First, let me say there are a lot of decluttering methods out there, and I'm not going to talk badly about any of those methods. If you found something that works for you, that's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. But for a lot of my clients, they've tried other methods that didn't work for them. So in this video, I'm going to explain what the Space Maker method is and why it works when other methods have failed you. First and foremost, the Space Maker method is non-judgmental. Some of my clients have really large collections of shoes or books or collectibles, and the whole point of space making is to make space for the things that you love. Emphasis on what you love, not what anybody else loves. And the reason why this non-judgmental approach works is because when you have a clutter problem, you usually don't feel great about it. So you're definitely not going to invite a friend or family member or even a professional to help you if you think they're going to judge you. For my clients, when I ask them, why do you feel comfortable letting a stranger into your home to help you declutter? And they always tell me, because I don't think you're going to judge or pressure me to let go of things. I think one of the most shocking things about the Space Maker method is if you go to the comment section of any of our Sunday series videos, you are going to see comment after comment of non-judgment. Yes, you're going to get the occasional judgy comment, but for the most part, the community is so positive. That's one of the things I'm most proud about with what we've created with our Space Maker Method YouTube channel. So let me ask you this. If you invited a friend over to help you declutter and they were very serious and regimented, and every declutter decision that you came across, they made it feel like it was a life or death decision, do you think that you would want to invite that friend over another day to help you declutter? Probably not, because they just sucked all of the potential fun out of decluttering. I know it's a really simple idea, but if something is fun, you want to do it more. So you'll notice in my videos that I try to have fun with my clients, because even if it slows us down a little bit in the moment, it's worth it to make the environment fun so that we want to keep doing it. That lightheartedness is also part of being more gentle with yourself whenever you are decluttering. You are internalizing it, you're learning from it, but you're also releasing those feelings so that you can move forward. Decluttering is hard enough without adding in an extra layer of seriousness, so we really try to embrace more of a lighthearted approach. Another reason why the Space Maker method works is because it acknowledges that your declutter journey is a deeply personal journey, and you need to give yourself time to go through all of these stages at your own pace. In the before is when we prepare ourselves mentally by setting those realistic expectations and asking the tough questions about your clutter. A lot of people just skip this before stage and they jump right into decluttering. And I always say it's just like if you were to jump into a marathon without actually stretching or warming up before, you're just not going to be prepared for what's to come. The before section is when we start to prepare our mind for what's to come, and part of that is also setting those realistic expectations, which we also go over in the book as well. The during stage is when we focus only on decluttering. I tell my clients that if you have a lot of stuff, we're going to do multiple passes of decluttering, and that's okay. That's just real life. We also call this stage the messy middle, because your house will look like a disaster and it's not pretty, but it's also okay and it's totally normal and it's part of the process. This is when we just stay focused on decluttering and we continue making progress. The after is the fun part. This is when your home looks totally different. This is when you can literally have new spaces you never even realized that you have. You have new corners, you have new rooms because there's no clutter there anymore. And more importantly, you have endless possibilities for what you can do. This is when we get you organized, and we make a lot of space in the declutter, but when we get you organized is when we can really make some serious space in your home. And this is when we get to decorate with all of those things that you want to make space for in your life, and we get to create special homes for them to let them shine. My clients also love that we save them money by not jumping to buy new organizers and instead encourage getting creative and being more resourceful with what they already have. In my experience working with clients, a lot of people feel like they can fix their clutter problem by buying more storage solutions, and sometimes that is going to be true, but most of the time it's not a storage problem that you have, it's actually a clutter problem that you have. It's really tempting in the beginning to go and buy new organizers. We get a quick dopamine hit whenever we go shopping for something, and it's fun to think, oh, I'll definitely get into decluttering if I go to Target and I buy this really cute organizer or this bin to start separating all my categories into, but that's more of a fantasy, and that's still just delaying the process, and it's adding to the clutter in the end. The most important thing is to get started with the declutter, and what always happens, we always find all the tools that we need for our declutter process as we continue decluttering, because everybody always has more shopping bags, more organizers, and more home decor than they ever realized that they had. And what also happens is as we start to declutter more furniture and just unique pieces around your house, you might find that you could just upcycle or repurpose something that you already have that will serve the function that you need. Or after the whole decluttering process is finished, you'll realize, oh, I didn't actually need that extra huge storage cabinet. I have enough storage already in my house. So the Spacemaker method, we don't follow those declutter, just arbitrary rules that you hear, like if you haven't used it in 6 months, let it go. Or if it's under $20, just let it go. You can always rebuy it again later. These types of rules encourage you to be really ruthless and kind of go through your home and rage declutter and let so much go. And you're going to make progress. Yes, you will make quick progress of your house, but I think ultimately this is just short-term decluttering, and short-term decluttering often leads to regret. I think it's also pretty wasteful. I don't think we should be decluttering with the intention of going out to rebuy it later. We don't want to just keep perpetuating the cycle of buy, 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 buy. We're trying to end the cycle of always buying stuff. So I want you to focus on long-term decluttering, and one way to do that is to build decluttering rules that work for you, not that work for everybody else, but work for your unique home and your lifestyle. And the final reason might be the most important of them all. The Spacemaker method acknowledges something which isn't popular in the decluttering and organizing community, and that's the fact that true change takes time. It's not just about decluttering all the things. Spacemaking is actually about changing your relationship with all of those things. It's really silly to think that all this change is just going to miraculously happen overnight. When you go to therapy, you don't expect to have one session that fixes your whole life. Instead, you commit to the process and making that slow but real progress. And that's the approach that we bring to decluttering. And that's why we show you these multi-episode series instead of just the one episode before and after makeovers, because we're showing you the true change happening in real time. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you commit to the process, it will change your life. If you can think of any other reasons why the Spacemaker method has worked for you and other methods have failed, feel free to leave those down below. If you want to dive more into the Spacemaker method, you can grab a copy of our book. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, and as always, we'll have our Sunday series episodes every Sunday. Those are our long videos where we show the Spacemaker method in real homes, and you got the Friday focus on Fridays. Bye.